Hi guys, so I'm here to talk about that marriage is not a scam. Marriage is not a scam, it's just a misalignment. Okay, uh, the marriage system has been corrupt by so many things. So when you see someone say that marriage is a scam, don't blame them. They're still hurting because of what happened in their relationship. But I'm here to tell you marriage is not a scam. Why? Uh, In marriage, in a normal context, if I use the word normal, because normal is complex, because what's normal to you may not be normal to me. So allow me to use the word normal in a normal, stable marriage. Both roles are different, but they're equal. So when we say that women do more or men do more, because that's the competition that is out there, who does more in a marriage or in a relationship. I want to tell you that roles are different, but they are equal. Okay? So take a glass of water and fill it with a glass of water and fill it with water and paraffin. These two will not mix, but they're in one glass. But both they play a role in our lives. They both have different density, and they're made of different components. They have different molecules, but none is equal than the other. None is more important than the other. They both play roles in our lives. So is marriage and relationships. We both come with different roles. We both come with different personalities. We both come with different perspectives. Now, the difference comes in when there is misalignment. Okay? Due to pressures of the world, pressures of the society, inner pressures, maybe hurts and traumas, maybe domestic violence, that's when a misalignment happens, and so many other misalignments where you find that now one partner takes over more roles than the other, maybe due to alcohol, indulgence, or substance abuse, maybe domestic violence, maybe financial strains. One partner is financially strained and the other has to carry more, maybe because of sickness, maybe because of abandonment. All these are misalignment. But marriage is not a scam. Only that we have to learn how to parent our marriage, because you need to parent a marriage. When you say kwa kinandoa ni kwako. That's where ndoa comes from. The origin of marriage. Marriage, you're the home of marriage. You have to parent your marriage. So don't say marriage is a scam. Marriage works. Only that it does not come with a manuscript or a graph or a chart to give us instructions on what to do. Just like we move in life, you have no idea what you're doing. You just wake up and you hope and have faith that what you're doing will succeed. So is marriage. No, there's no instructions. Even when people come and they have been married for years and they give you advice, it comes from the experience they have had in their own marriage and how they handle their marriage to the point where they are now. But there's no manuscript or illustrations on what to do. So when there is a misalignment or corruption in the system, that's when people sit scam. Understand them, they're still hurting from what they experienced because of the misalignment. That's when now you have to understand each other. First, by understanding your roles and understand the other person's roles, and he understands yourself, he understands you, and he understands his own roles in that marriage. You have to sit down and communicate. That's where to start communication, because what is lacking in most marriages is proper communication, which is dialogue. I usually love dialogue because in dialogue you talk and listen and understand. Active listening, not selective listening. Active listening. When you listen, you understand what your partner is saying. So communication comes a long way in marriage. So when things are not working, communicate, dialogue. Okay, just like you parent your kids, you have to parent your marriage. Okay, when your child is sick, you take care of them until they get better. When your marriage is falling or things are not working, then parent your marriage. Okay, just like you'd parent your kids, just like you take care of your business, you have to parent your marriage. It is not a scam. Okay, this misalignment, unfortunately, they are there. Okay, sometimes it may not work, but do your part, right? Kwa kina ndoa ni kuzuri, and you are the parent of that marriage. So don't say marriage is a scam. It's just a misalignment, which can be worked on. If I understand myself, here in life and reality, it's about self-analysis, about self-care, self-love, self-understanding, introspection. You first understand yourself. What do you bring? When you say when you bring to the table, that's another misconception that has come in this relationship, because we have materialized relationships, and that's where all the misunderstanding and misalignment has come in, because you can't buy love, you can't buy peace, you can't buy happiness, and you can't buy commitment, you can't buy loyalty, you can't buy all these things. When you say what do you bring on the table, and people have brought it as material stuff, how much do you have in the bank, how your work, that's where now misalignment comes in. First, build a foundation. Before you look at the finances, build a foundation, because money might be there, yes, but does money bring two people together who have misalignment? Definitely not. We have seen so many marriages failing, and they have all the resources that they need, but they end up failing. So it's not about the material stuff. It is about the foundation that you build together, the commitment, the love, the teamwork, the understanding, the communication. All these virtues are the ones that are supposed to be brought on the table. First of all, look at the personality. Look at the virtues of this person. That is what they're supposed to be bringing, not the misconception of what you have, what can you offer as a material stuff. That's when a misalignment comes in. That's where marriages are failing. And one example I would give of a marriage, I love looking at the Holy Family. That is Joseph and Mary, the parent of Jesus Christ here on earth. Their marriage was not built on material stuff. Even when Joseph was told that Mary has a child, he did not deny the child. He stood with Mary. When things got hard, he did not run. He stood with Mary, took care of Mary, provided for Mary, protected Mary. Not because he had much, he was just a carpenter. But their marriage stood. Their marriage stood not because of material stuff, but because of loyalty, commitment, love, trust, communication, teamwork. That's why that marriage stood. So if all these are aligned out, then marriages will stand. Build a foundation. Build a foundation first, a strong foundation, before you talk about material stuff, because material stuff will not buy you happiness in that marriage. Once again, thank you for listening and follow for more.